Good afternoon, everybody. How's it going? Bit of a weird day today for me, if I'm honest. I was up, regular time, went into the office. A few parcels, did a bit of, bits and pieces and stuff. But I'm actually doing a USA show tonight, live, and that means I've got to be there. And the show starts at 9 o'clock this evening. Now, I know it's not for the UK people, but it's just really turned my day upside down, because obviously I've got to prepare myself for a drive over there and then back again, sort of late night. And you think, well, how's that going to work then? So I'm sure it'll be fine. It's the first one I've ever done. So if anybody's over there in America watching, then yeah, you've got me live tonight. So we'll see how that one goes, shall we? But other than that, I'm here now, and honestly, I'm due for a little bit of a relax. So yeah, I've been playing with a few ideas today, and I'm excited to sort of show you where we can go with these things. So here we go then. Tile 77 on the 28th of October. My goodness me. I'm going to go with this dark blue. It was either this or orange, so I've done my sample on orange, and I'm actually going to do the blue one live. So here we go. What have I got then? Okay, I've got my regular black pen, because as we know, working on these colour tiles, we can use the black pen. I've also got a... Oh, hi, Deborah. Yeah, so what time will it be tonight over there? Well, today, if I'm going to be live at 9. I don't know. I've got my white pen, and then, of course, I've got my pencil, white pencil, and a couple of tortillons lying around. Literally lying around. My craft room is chaos at the minute. Yeah, because it's busy. I've also got this. It's a brush pen, a black one. So you are going to need something a little bit thicker. So there you go. It's a Sakura still. It's a brush, but you can go ahead and use a black alcohol marker, or just a Sakura 08 or something if you like. But that's where I'm at. Okay. All right. Deep breath. Pencil. Calm. Okay. I'm going to start with my dots. I'm going to put a dot in each corner. I'm going to press on a little bit more with this so you can see it. I am aware that when we're on screen with colours, and darker ones particularly, that you can't always see it. So here we go. All right. All right. So let's join it. Dot to dot from one to the next. Now don't worry about this being straight or not. It's not a problem at all. Remember, it's all about, you're just being a little bit different and doing your own thing. And of course, we never really get to use the whole of this border anyway. It's just a bit of a guideline. Hi there, everybody. I don't know if you've been noticing Garth's posts. He's had a right busy weekend. He's been doing lots and lots of different types of tangling. Well impressed. Okay. So, all right, I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to do 4 more dots. But you see, this time, I've come in a little bit here. So let's just expand that a little bit. Oh, it'll be 5 p.m. in Canada. Oh, excellent. There we are. Okay, see the difference? So if I put my pencil there, it's about a pencil and a half thick. So, yes, and I've been asked to do something just for the American market. So, yeah, interesting. Okay. So, just joining the dots as before. Now again, if you're not about straight lines, do a wavy one, it's fine. It's just a bit of a guide, okay? All right then. So, in with my pen then. My black pen, my 02. All right, so I'm going to start in one corner. So I'm going to turn it to an angle a little bit, and I'm going to come from here, and I'm going to do a bit of a sweep over. Now, I'm going to totally ignore those lines I've just drawn. Oh, hang on a second. I'm going to swap my pen. Here we go. That's it. That one, I've used it so much, it's it's died a death. There we go. Bit of a sweep. Now, it doesn't matter which way you do this. If you're more comfortable going the other way, that's absolutely fine. So I'm coming back down, and I'm going to thicken it up this way. Let's go a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm doing. Here we go. bit thicker this side, but I'm going to come to a point. There we go, all the way down to there. All right, so here I can go straight off the page. I think, yeah, I'll go straight off. I'm not going to go off and onto my board yet because I've not done anything on it, so it's one of my new ones, so I'm going to play with that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to come in with my brush, and I'm just going to, again, I don't really want to go onto my board, so I'm just going to touch the edges there, look. And I'm just going to fill this in. So here we go. See, the beauty with the brush pen is you can get a bit finer as you go down. So you can cover quite a lot of space all in one go. And then come to a fine point. So it's a bit scratchy there, I don't really mind. Hey, that's it, that's what we want. Okay, back to my regular pen. And I'm going to do now, I'm going to start on the inside here. I'm going to do another one of those lines, slight curve on it coming down here, see? And then, okay, I'm going to go quite wide again and get a little bit narrower, you see? Okay. Oh, it's quite exciting. I've not done an American show before. I know that you watch, you know, when I'm doing the English ones, but yeah, it's something a bit different. And if I'm honest, I'm really lucky because John says he'll drive me, and that means he's got to stay in the car park because we're only allowed one person in, obviously because of the rules at the minute. So when I get there, I will make him a cup of coffee. You've heard me say it, and take it out to him. So at least he's got a warm drink. There we go. All right, so you can see where I've gone here. I've done a sort of a series of lines. If I look at it that way, the curves are all facing that way. And same again, I'm going to come this side, but I'm not trying to match them in any way. I'm just filling, not even evenly, if I'm honest. I'm just going over and adding some of these lovely sort of curvy shapes going to a point. There we are. And same here, look, there we are. And then let's get another one in there. Okay. All right, looks a bit weird, but please bear with me. We'll get there. Okay. So I'm going to come back to this side now, and I'm going to sort of overlap a few. Now, normally we'd stop and go underneath, see, like that. But today, because we're going to fill them with that lovely black pen, it really doesn't matter. So I'm going to go sort of straight over things, and I'm wanting to have a little bit of an overlap. All right. I think it's a bit more interesting when that happens. So you see there. Okay. And then let's have one there. And then I'm going to bring one down here. Now, of course, if you're not sure, you can colour each one as you go. So don't think, oh my goodness, how many do I put on? Just add some in and then colour them. And then if you think, oh, do you know what, I need a few more, then go ahead and add a few more. All right. So I want to swan up this top end there, okay? So it's looking a little bit busy there, but that's okay. Let's go in with the brush. Let's go a little bit larger so you can see. There we are. And I'm just going to come in and fill them. So I've got, it's almost like a silhouette, I would say, isn't it? Of this, oh, tangled buddies. Oh, I do like that. Oh. Do you know, I do love these sessions. It does make you feel like you're not alone. You know, there's a lot of other people out there, and yeah, there are people out there, we know that, but you know, just having that like-minded hour where everybody understands the word Sanntangle and tortillons. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Okay, so you see I'm just going over and filling in. They're a little bit wonky, doesn't really matter. Oh, Maureen, that's not good, is it? What would we do without it, though, you know, if we have to, you know, how would we have managed without any internet or anything like that? Or back in the day, we didn't have any, did we? Do you know, actually today, so it's been back in the day and age, I had a phone call today. I was paying a bill today. Of course, you have to sort of say your date of birth and all the rest of it. And it's the first time somebody really said to me, "Oh, do you know what? It's quite a birthday this year for you, isn't it?" And you're just like, "Oh my goodness me, yeah, I never really thought of it." You just go on day to day, don't you? You don't think of things like that. But hey, it's just a number, so it doesn't matter. There we are. So it's nice, this, actually, just filling in and, you know, getting some black on the page. And of course, if you've done one of your little, let's call them branches, they're a bit wonky, this is a great time to sort of tidy it up a bit if that's what you want to do. But you see here, some of these ends are a little bit rough. I'm really liking that. I don't really want to mess with that, so I'm going to leave it. It's just fine as it is. Okay. So just working that in and around. Okay. So almost done with that. There we are. And of course you can take a little bit longer and, you know, and take your time with it. But of course, you know, you don't want to see me colouring in for the next hour, do you? Oh, brilliant. Glad your parcels are starting to come around now. It's great news. Got everything at us today. So there we are. All right, so that's our little plan for now. So, okay, let's come back in. I'm going to come back in with my black pen, but I might also, or shall I leave that? No, I'm going to leave that for a little bit. I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to stick with decisions. No, I'm going to actually come in with my white pen. I'm just thinking of drying time because obviously there's a lot of ink there and I want to make sure it's dry before I go back over it. So we'll skip and we'll come back to that. And I'm going to sort of work down in this area here. Are we ready for this? Okay. Now, it doesn't matter where you sort of start this, but I'm going to come in and I'm just going to draw in a little bit of a bubble there. All right. Okay. So here you go. I'm going to draw a line, sort of the 12 o'clock. And at some point, it is going to meet one of those, let's call them branches. Just going to add a little dot where it joins. Okay. And then let's come down here and put one in. And again, I'm over the border, so I'm just going to put a little blob and colour it in. All right. I know, Kathy. Oh, although I'm not doing Christmas today. No, not just yet. Gosh, what number will it be when we get to Christmas? What number tile? I think I'm going to have to work that out. If we're doing 2 a week, how many weeks is it till Christmas now? My goodness me, 8 weeks? 7 weeks? So that's 14 more tiles. So that's 77, 87. So we're over in the 90s. So will we be doing 100 in the new year? Will we get to 100 before the new year? I don't know. Gosh, do you think we should? Do you think we should work to saying, right, okay, New Year's Eve maybe, something like that, we should do the 100th tile? Okay. Yeah, I think we should work that out. So it, you know, it sort of gives us a sort of an end point. So I've done 100 tiles in a, well, it's less than 12 months, isn't it? Gosh, that would be quite good, that. There we go. So I'm just actually filling in the space. You see, they're not all the same size, but that's fine. And let's have one a little bit longer there. And I'm doing that on purpose. I don't want them to all be the same size, but I am just going in and filling in between each one. So there's another 2 to do there. So let's have that one right on the edge. And then let's have one here a little bit smaller. Okay. Isn't it lovely when you can work on a coloured tile? It gives you that option to do the black and the white together. Really nice. Here we go then. So, still with a white pen, I'm going to come in and I'm going to add a curve in. And then add a curve. And you see what I'm doing? I'm actually going from one line and pulling it in and taking it up. So it's not just a curve from one to the other. It's actually, as you can see, it's joining and it's giving you that lovely curve shape as you're going around your shape. There we go. So follow your line. I know we say this a lot. It sort of gives you a takeoff and a landing point, and it creates a far better curve. I know, Christine, look at this. That's why I thought, you know, with orange it'd look good as well. But it's whatever colour you want to use. And of course, you know, doing these in silvers or golds would be quite nice. Quite a lot of options. But, you know, I know it's not quite Halloween. We've got a few days yet. Oh, Tracy, that's lovely. You know, I was saying to Leslie the other day, actually, in the office, you know, it must be... It feels so special that, you know, you're out there and you're making cards using, you know, inspiration from what we've done, and people are having, you know, birthday cards and anniversary cards, all that have been tangled. It's so lovely, it really is. It's like last year, you know, some people brought for presents for Christmas, and just to think people were opening their presents Christmas morning and it was my products in there. It was so lovely. There we are. Let's have a look. Oh, is it Sheila? Oh, there we are. I'm going to get another one in, but I'm going to do it a little bit closer too. See? There we go. And of course, every spider's web, just like a tangle really, is different. So you can make these, you know, however you like. Oh, Chris, not tangled for a few days. How are you surviving? I don't know, I think I actually have done something every day. Must have done. Oh, fantastic, look at that, loving that. Oh, is it Sally? Oh, Sally, do you know what? I can add some more because I have got some. So don't panic. Don't panic. There we are. Okay. Oh, look at that. That's just lovely, isn't it? I'm really pleased with that. All right, I'm going to come sort of out here now. And I'm going to sort of put one of those circles on that corner. Just sort of shy where that original dot was. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to not go inside that border this time. So, oh, Sue, we need to get you sorted, don't we? We need to post some more pictures, you know. Anybody's got anything out there, you know, we need inspiration. All right, so you can see here that I'm doing what I did before, but I'm not going to go inside. Oh, let's do that way. This border here. Okay, so let's go in a little bit larger now. So my sort of centre point, look, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to follow the border. So let's have, I'm going to get a couple in. One in there, look. And one here. What's going to go? Oh, that's all right. Actually, I can go over that with the black in a short while. Let's get a couple in here as well. One in there, look. And then one here. Do a shorter one. Okay. And same as before. But I am going to follow it and just join it to that border there as well. So it doesn't look as though it's just going to finish on the tile. And then, of course, if you're going to add this into your journal and you want to extend this little web, you can do so. Oh, look at that. There we go. Okay. And let's have another one again. I'm going to go really close. It's quite lacy, isn't it? Just working my way around those little bits and then taking it to that border there. Okay. Oh, I don't know, Christine. We'll have to... have you tried posting on the Sandra Rushton page rather than Sandra Rushton Artist? Because that's where people will do it. Or actually, if you actually post it on your own and tag me in, then I can pick it up and share it and it'll come onto my page. That'd be great. There we go. Look at this, loving it. So yeah, I mean, there's other things as well. I mean, we must have so many tiles at the minute. I wonder if you'd consider swapping them. You know, maybe I've got something in mind that will help us or enable us to do that and form some sort of little community with some swaps and stuff. So you have to let me know your thoughts on that and see how we go. It's an interesting concept, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to come back now to this section here, and I've sort of got both pens out because I want to see how this goes. And remember that this might take a little while to dry, so don't rub your hands in it. Okay, so I'm going to start sort of here. Let's sort of come in 2 little lines. Let's have a look. A bit bigger so you can see it. 2 little lines, and I'm going to put a little line there. And of course, this is a little bit awkward because obviously we've already got the black in there. So you can see there, look where I've actually got my little sort of shape. I can keep that on the inside or I can bring it out. So if I bring my white pen in now, and I'm just going to go around that shape, see? And I'm just going to fill the whole thing in. Now again, if you want to use a different colour for this, go ahead, that's fine. Okay? And then I'm just going to fill the black in there. Solid. Okay, I'm going to leave that to dry. Oh, Chris, yeah, that's a great idea. So see here, I can't really see what I'm doing there. So let's just come on in and do that. So you can see there's my shape. And just nice and gentle. Fill it in. You see, I'm only going over it once and then leaving it to dry. My husband's just come in with a cup of tea. He's fabulous. Look at this. So again, let's have another one. So that's sort of going to sit there and then in with the white. And yeah. And remember, just a once over. Don't try and go back on it because with gel pen, it doesn't quite like that. Yeah. Oh, Barbara, it really doesn't matter, honestly. If you're on tile 27 and you think, do you know what, I quite fancy doing this one, then leave the others and just come and do this one. There's no order. It's not like I've made any, each one more difficult than the next. I think, yeah, we've evolved a little bit. So maybe looking at tile 1 now, you'd think, oh, it's dead easy. I could do that. But we go through it step by step, so by all means, just try whichever one you want to do. There's no set order at all. There we go. Look at those. Oh, I'm loving this. Now, if you find that you could do it without doing that little bit, I think it just gives you a little bit of a guide, so you know where you're working. And of course, I'm going to come in and I'm going to fill in those little black lines afterwards. See, I'm going to put one here, so it's sort of a ball shape like that, and then let's just add that bit in there and fill it in. Look at that. Oh. Okay, same here then. So let's go around there and just do that, and then fill in the black lines afterwards. Look at that on that white, doesn't it look fabulous? I'm loving that. All right, let's have one coming out here. Let's put that one in. There we go. So we've done these lots of times before, lots of times. We've never actually done them in a different colour, really. Not like this. It looks spooky. Oh, I'm loving it. Okay, so another one. There we are. Seeing you can sort of work it back a little bit and change your lines if you need to. See, yeah. I can go back over that in a minute. The black. There we are. Adding that one in. Oh, actually that was quite nice with that white, isn't it? I do want to fill it in with a black after. Just gives you an indication of where you're going. So I'm not doing huge amounts of these. I just want them to work their way up this little stem here. It's just giving it a little bit of interest on there. There we are. Focus. Oh, I'm loving that. Are we having problems with Facebook today? I know it can be a pain in the neck at times. So it's just such an easy, sort of social media platform to work with. I know it's frustrating. Look at this. Loving this. You know, when you decide you're going to do a tile, or when I plan out a tile, I'm never 100% sure of how it's going to work out. And although, yeah, I plan for it and I've got an idea in my head, and I do sketches and things, but, you know, until you actually do it live, you're never quite sure. You see there, I've got some that are going underneath, so it's giving it that sense of depth. Just to break it up a little bit. So you've got some on the top and some underneath. And of course, with it being a gel pen, it goes over the top, no problem at all. Look at that. Okay, yeah, let's have another one here. Look, I'm gonna have a one just in behind there. Let's have a look at that. Okay, look at that. I'm loving it. All right, I'm gonna put one here. There we are. What am I doing? What am I doing? It's a good job I can colour that in, isn't it? There you are, look. Okay. Better put another one in, actually. You see, because I've gone over that one a few times, it's not as sort of bright white as the others. But that's okay. It'll work in with all the others. Alright, so I'm going to leave it for there for now. I'm just going to come back in with that black pen. And let's have a look. You see here where we sort of originally did a few. I can come back in now as long as it's dry, and I can just add in that line. Let's go a bit there just so you can see it. Alright, so you see there, just putting that line in. So filling that space, putting the line in. Okay, just to say, make sure that it's dry or it won't let you. There we are. One in there. One there. Okay, you see that's where I did those white lines. I didn't want them. No, it's a little bit wet. Still, let's just sort of make sure my pen still works. Yeah. There we go. So I'm going to come back, I think, and add those other details in just in a little while, because it's just still a little bit wet there. Let's have a look at it so far. Okay. So let's come back to this section here now, and again with my black pen. Oh, he does make a good cup of tea, my husband does. Alright, so because we know it's dry, I can go in with my pen, no problem. And I'm just going to fill in the centre, but leave a little bit of the blue there, you see? Okay, so I'm going to draw around the outside. Not quite, I'm just going to leave a little gap. And then on one side, I'm just going to draw in that line. See, this is why you've got to make sure that white's dry, because otherwise it won't do it. And we want to go over the top. I'm actually going to add in, see that little bit as well while I'm going. Oh, hey Francis. It's alright, we're doing Halloween, or sort of anyway. Oh, we're having a bit of a play with black and white today. There we are. So I'm just adding a little bit there, then I'm just picking one side and just following the line down. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just gives it a little bit. It's almost like a skeletal feel, isn't it? There we are. Bit there. And in we go. And a little bit there. And there we go. Same sort of thing. Just working my way around that shape there. Just going in, putting that in. Okay, let's have a look at that. There we go, let's have a look. That's it, it just gives it a little bit of depth, doesn't it? Because sometimes with the whites, I'm going to do the same with the lines there, but I'm not going over the white, I'm just adding a touch. It's almost like giving it a bit of a fake shadow, isn't it? Just sort of bulking it up a little bit. There we are. Oh, Linda, you need a white pen in your life. Can't live without a white gel pen. But there's a couple on the market, so it's whatever suits you. I use the Sakura one, but you can also get a really nice Uniball white pen as well. they're nice. Sometimes I find that the uni ball gives me a slightly finer line than the white one on the Sakura, but everybody's got their own preference. Anyway, look, see, it just gives it that little bit. If you look at that one compared to that one, it's got just a little bit more about it. Okay, so let's do the same here then. Line straight down. Forget doing that little bit inside. Just leave a little bit of the blue or whatever colour tile you're working to. See, that's gone up there. I'm just going to fill that off so it looks like it's going underneath. You could, yeah, it could, beautiful snowflake. So you can get very lacy with it and you can get very fine, which is quite nice. And of course, you know, you're using your other coloured gel pens and things. It's amazing what results you can get from a really simple sort of way of doing it, really. Alright, so here we go again. Adding that black line in there. Let's do that one. Just working my way around. And then that one. Okay, let's have a look at that where we're at together. Oh, didn't they, Sue? Oh. It's a pain, isn't it? Especially when you've gone out to try and find something. Amazon's my friend. If I haven't got one in, you know, in stock or whatever, I do use Amazon quite a bit. Okay, I think now that these are dry enough, I'm going to come back in and just sort of, that's better, look, fill in those lines. So just giving them their little stalks. And there we are, see, I'll put that one back in now. That's much better, isn't it? It's always worth the wait, it really is. Don't try and overdo something and rush it. There's always other things you can do. You can come back to it. And there we go. Much better. Alright, just finishing those couple off there. See, even that one that was a bit dodgy to start with doesn't look so bad now. There we are. Okay. Look at that. That's absolutely loving that. But there's still more to do. Alright. Are we ready for the next bit? Deep breath. Whew. Okay. Got to sort of remind myself now. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know. It's all good. Okay. So, what we've got to do now, when I was teaching in school, I used to do, you know, I was the technology teacher, so at times I used to have to teach three-dimensional drawing, you know, isometric and things like that. So trying to get people and looking at shade. So I used to have a friendly spider named Bob. So we're going to add Bob into this scenario. So what I'm going to do is you pick a line, pick an end, doesn't matter. I'm going to go from here and I'm going to add in a wobbly line. Okay. All right, he's a cute spider. I don't, you know, spiders are okay if they're outside, but Bob's a cute one. So it's a bit of an oval shape. All right. And we're going to come in and fill Bob in. See, Bob used to sort of walk from one side of a shape to the other, so you could talk about, you know, shading and how one side meets the other and that kind of thing. There we go. And you can even put, you know, a couple of little feet on if you want to. It depends how far you want to go with him, but yeah, there's my little Bob. Okay, let's have a look at him. There you go. Okay. Of course, because he's sort of in the black, he's going to be in the background anyway, so that's okay. All right, moving on then. Oh, yeah, Diane, yeah, imagine it, yeah, on a green tile maybe as well, or, you know, yeah, or mistletoe. Fantastic. There are options, aren't there? So many different things you can do with it. So what I want to do now is I'm going to sort of add in another wavy line, but this time I'm going to add a couple of dots. See? And let's do that again. And each one is going to be slightly different. Let's add a couple here as well. So it's not that we're trying to sort of, you know, keep an even keel or row here. We're just going to add in dots and dashes, but keep them wavy. See, leaving a few gaps in places. There we go. I know Bob's dead cute, isn't he? I mean, you could even put him eyes on and things like that, but because I'm leaving him in the background, I'm not going to put too much detail. And you know what used to be really nice is the students did their work, and when you used to mark it, you'd see like they'd have a picture of Bob and they'd have a little arrow and they'd write Bob next to it. It explained things, you know. It was quite nice to do that. I know I was working in secondary school, but they're still kids, aren't they? Yeah, it's really funny. Right, I'm going to add a little swirl on the end of that one, a little dot. You know, just play with it a little bit. There you go, a little heart shape. Yeah. I think if Bob was that big in context, real life, I think I'd leave him where he was. I wouldn't bother him. But no, he's lovely. He worked really well. You know, it's like I say, it did the job. It's a bit of a swirl on the end of that one. There we go. Just adding little bits as we're going. See, so all that now, it's all starting to sort of come together, isn't it? And although we've worked on sort of abstract shapes, really, it's starting to sort of look like a little picture. And it works really well. Imagine actually making a picture of this and using the corners, you know, from the circled eyes. There's some holly bough type tangle corners, and they make great little like spider's webs kind of thing. It's lovely. Let's have a look at where we are. Okay, so we've got these lovely little drops sort of coming from there. Let's just add in a couple more on this branch. Let's have another little heart there, and a couple just dropping there. You know, just sort of makes it look a little bit different. Again, you know, doing these in a silver or a gold, just, you know, little fine threads, that kind of thing. All right, so let's just have a look at this corner just for a minute. Okay, so little dot. Oh, can you see that? There we are. Yeah, it was a little dot. Just going to go around, add a little swirl in. And then let's do another little swirl. Okay, I'm just gonna not a huge amount, but it's just quite nice to add a few in. Oh, well, obviously I wanted one there. You know, don't think you've got to do them all totally random. See here, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go round that white shape there. Yeah. Just to sort of, that's it. See, it's okay there where it's on that black silhouette, but I think, yeah, I will go round and where it's on the tile, just to give it an outline. There we go. Oh, missed one. And then, of course, if you need to, it's a great opportunity just to give it that edge it needs, isn't it? There we are. Oh, it is coming together now, isn't it? It is. There we go. Just adding around there. And around that one. See, that needs a little bit of a feature going on there. Adding that, see that now separates that one from that one. Okay. I mean, if they were larger, we could have white pumpkins, couldn't we? You know, we could have little faces on these. It's amazing how your ideas start to come together. See this one, I'm going to have this one in the front. That one's around there in the background. And that one's over there. Okay. All right, look at that. Oh, yeah. Would look nice in different colours, wouldn't it? Look nice actually on a red tile with black and white. I say, you know, orange as well would work. Any of the colours, if I'm honest. It's just, it's quite nice to do, isn't it? Okay. So a few more. I'm just gonna come down and I'm gonna add just a few sort of down here, just to, you know, give it a little bit of consistency. But you can go on as long as you like, do as many as you like. I think I'm going to put a few up here. Alright, so they don't have to be large, don't have to be many. Let's have a look at where we're at then. Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay, so what we do now, let's have a look. I've got my pencil handy and I've got my white pencil handy. A couple of tortillons, although I must admit they're both black because they've had graphite on. So I'm just going to come in, look, you see where that's a bit dirty, just I'm pushing from here upwards. Hang on, you see, sort of. There you are. You see how it's cleaning it off? There we go. So now I've got a tortillon that's clean enough that I can actually use white with. All right. Not for long. It doesn't normally stay like that for long. Okay. So let's just focus on the branch first. Let's go a little bit bigger. And I'm just going to add a little bit just along the side. Now you might not see this seriously clear, but I do apologise for that. What I'm going to do, you see, I've got it level here at the moment, but then as I get further out, I'm just going to go on my own way, sort of thing. So I've got a bit of a drop shadow, you see? Okay, so here, I'm just going to keep it level. It's just going to sort of come out on its own. You see, doesn't match here the same. It's sort of at an angle. But, so it touches here and it comes out there. Same here, it's touching and then it comes out, but not match, it's sort of at an angle. Alright, and again, it's because it's such a dark tile, you might not really notice it on mine, but you'll definitely notice it on your own. Okay. So just, you see, I'm just going to add a touch around those as well. And of course round this bit and down straight over there. Okay, and then the same sort of up the top here, just sort of coming off, you see. I know it takes a little bit of practice, this does, so it might be that you start quite lightly and build it up. Alright, then okay, Lorraine. That's okay. If that's how you draw those swirls, that's how you draw them. That's absolutely fine. I know some people find it really difficult to start outside coming inwards as well, so that doesn't matter. Okay. So remember that border in the centre as well that we'd got. Here we go. So I'm just going to add some pencil to that border too. So I'm going to be quite heavy with it. But I'm not going to go into the web. I'm going to just stop short there. Okay, and then looking for it again. There it is. And I'm not even sure if I can find it there, but that's okay. So it's going to be in there somewhere. Let's have a look, sort of here, maybe. There we go. Let's put it there. Decision made. All right. So let's just use the tortillon. Oh, not the clean one. See, I told you. As I'm just going to sort of ease up and soften the edges a little bit of those shadows. Nothing seriously, just, soften them down a little bit. There we go. So see, there's not much effort going on there. It's just softening the lines just a little bit, so they're not as sort of in your face. Okay, so then straight on the edge with those border lines, you see, sort of back and forth, just to sort of break it up a bit. Same on this one, just back and forth. And this one, so you're not really going to see much there because it's sort of in the background. Let's have a look at that. Okay, oh, there we go. So you see now you've got a little bit of something going on there. So let's go in with the white pencil. I'm just going to focus on the inside of that web, you see. And then just bring it up slightly. You see? This would look great, you know, a bit frosty like, isn't it, really? I'm not really trying to keep it within the lines, but it's just giving it a little bit, that little bit of ghostly sort of effect, isn't it? Alright. And now let's have a look. Border. Remember this border that we did? Okay. So I'm just gonna go around. I'm not going over the black on purpose. I think what I will do, if I've gone, see, like I've gone over there, I can come back and just draw that back in a little while. But that's okay there. Let's do that one. Okay, so where's my black pen? So here we go. Let's have a look, see where I was. So there, look, I'm just gonna bring that back to the foreground. There we are. Okay. And again, with the clean tortilla, just ease it off a bit. You're just wanting that sort of ghostly little glow in the background. Alright. Turning it round. There we are. And again. Okay, and again. So you're not going to get much there. Might just do a little touch there. Let's have a look. Alright, just a little more there. There we go. And then of course I'm just going to soften the edges up really. I'm not really worried about trying to get it in perfectly. It's just clear up the edges a little bit. Okay, just sort of working it up some of those lines. There we go. To those bits. So we're almost done. Not far off. So let's come back to this top end. So you can see here where at the moment we've not really got much going on with these apart from just being white. So I'm just going to fill that in. That's it. So I'm just going to add the little highlight. You know, as normally you would use the white pen or pencil just for a little bit of a highlight. I'm just, because it's white, we're just doing the opposite. Just adding a little bit of a highlight. There we go. All in sort of slightly different places. Not too big, just a little bit. There we go. Bit there. Alright. And then back in with that white pencil. So let's just have a look at these little branches in the background. See, on one side we've got the shadow. Oh, Linda, I'm not sure whether you if you were talking to me or somebody else. I do apologise. But the white pencil, this one, it's like a chalk pencil, and it came as a set of 3. And it's, let's have a look. There you go. It's Koh-i-Noor, and again, it's an Amazon one. There we are. Look, works really well. Okay. So as I was saying, we've got the shadow one side, so on the other, I'm just going to add in a white line, you know, just so it's on the edge, so it just looks like the moon might be catching a little bit. Alright. Okay. So it just gives that, oh, I do apologise, there you are, it just gives it a little bit of definition. You know, and if it misses a little bit, that's fine. You're just wanting a touch on the edges. Let's do these as well. Okay. Just on the opposite side to where that shadow was. Just on that top edge. Let's have a look at where we are. Oh, there we go. Oh. Right, so you've just got that little touch of colour. So of course the only thing, we've got Bob, we've got the spider, we don't have another little animal that's renowned with Halloween, do we? There we go. So let's add a curve and another curve. It looks like a bird at the minute, doesn't it? Alright. So just underneath your bird, let's just go 1, 2, 3. You see? 1, 2, 3. And let's just fill that in. Fill that in. Give it a couple of little ears. Little bat. All right. Do you want to put? Shall we put another one in? I'll go a bit. Yeah, let's do another one. So here, look. Do your seagull, your little bird. There we are, look. And then 1, 2, 3. So it's like almost like a fancy little M. All right. Fill in those little spaces there. And then give him 1, 2 little ears. You see? Let's have a look at him. There we are. Let's go a little bit small. Okay. So foreground is this. That's the main thing. That's what we were looking at, and that's why it's all in white, and we've done a lot of work on that. I don't know, Sally. I don't know what to call the bats. Yeah, I know that, you know, Bob's just Bob, isn't he? So yeah, so we've got that. Then of course we've got this hanging from that lovely branch there. See, I'm going to bring another branch. You see, now I can change it a bit over there, so it does look like it's you know, it's behind. Same with this. So this gives you the extra. Oh, Kevin, yeah, that'd be great. Chaz name. So yeah, that's behind. You've got this little bit of a border. You can't really. It's there, but it's not. So again, just giving it that little bit of depth. And then of course, with the little bats in the background and the extra sort of little tangles, it gives it a little bit of a different sort of scope on it, doesn't it? So just so you can see, I did plan and just to have a go at, you know, potential colours. Hang on a second. There you go. I did do it in orange as well. As I say, it looks totally different, doesn't it, when you think? But how it goes, it looks quite good in any colours, really. But yeah, I did try it. You see, I've tried it. A couple little bits of colour in there as well with gel pens and stuff. But yeah, have a lovely name, Sheila. So yeah, have a play, see what you can come up with. So of course, last thing, let's put our name on it. Just your initials. There you go. Let's go over the top of that. See it? All right, there's my initials. Sing Sid. Yeah, do you know there's a lot you can do with it, isn't there? And we've just sort of touched on a few ideas today. So with that in mind, it's at the point now, it's, you know, it's finished. I don't want to do any more on it. I think it's nice as it is. So yeah, we finished just a little bit earlier today. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Vivian. Yeah, it's worked really well. So have a play with it. See what you come up with. Post some pictures. Let me see it. And of course, as I say, anybody in America watching, I'll see you later. It's I'll be on UK time 9 o'clock, but whatever time it is in your area, that would be lovely if you can join me. If not, I will see you all back here on Friday at 2 o'clock. So have fun with it. I've really enjoyed doing that one. Take care, everybody, and I'll speak to you Friday. All right, bye.